This question, it says the functions f and g are defined as follows, where a and b are constants. Given that f of 7 equals to 5 over 2, g of f of 5 equals to 4, find the values of a and b. So what we're going to do is, let's start with the f function. I'm going to put 5 over 2 equal to 1 plus 2a divided by 7 minus a. So now what we're going to do is we're going to solve this equation and find the value of a. Bring the 1 to the left-hand side. Make one common denominator. So that's going to be 5 minus 2 over here, divided by 2. Cross multiply to get rid of the fraction. So once we have simplified this over here, I'm going to cross multiply. So that's going to be 3 times 7 minus a equals to 2a times 2, which is going to be 21 minus 3a equals to 4a. 21 equals to 4a plus 3a, which is going to be 7a. And we know that 21 divided by 7 is equal to 3. So your value of a is 3. Now we're going to go back to the second equation. Your g of f of 5 equals to 4. So let's first find f of 5. F of 5 would be 1 plus 2a over 5 minus a. Now, since we know the value of a, which is 3, so I'm going to substitute that over here as well and get a numerical value for this expression. 1 plus 6 over 2, which is 1 plus 3, and that is 4. So this is your value of f of 5. So now we're going to substitute the value of f of 5 as the domain for function g. So it's going to become g of 4 now, equals to b times 4 minus 2. And this g of 4 is equal to 4. That's going to be 4b minus 2. 4 plus 2 equals to 4b. 6 equals to 4b, and 6 over 4 is the value of b, which can be simplified to 3 over 2. So we have your value of a and value of b. Next question says, for the rest of this question, you should use the value of a which you found in a. Find the domain of f inverse. So now your f function basically is 1 plus 6 over x minus 3. This is what we get once you've substituted the values of a in the function. Now, this is an example of a rational function. Rational functions are functions which you will see in fraction form. And in a rational function, if you have a constant being added to the fraction, that constant always serves as the range of your function. And domain of your rational function is your denominator. So if I highlight this over here, this is used to find your domain, and this is used to find your range. So when we're talking about a normal function and an inverse of that function, for a normal function, whatever your domain and range is, for your inverse function, your range value would be your domain, and your range value would be the domain of the original function. So for example, if I was saying for f of x, your domain for 2 has a range of 5. So then I would say for the inverse, your domain of 5 would have the range of 2. So do you see the difference? It becomes the opposite. So in this case, since in the original case, for the f of x function, your range is y greater than 1. So for the case of the inverse, your domain would be x greater than 1. Then it says find the expression for the inverse of f inverse x. So for this, what we will do is that we will begin with replacing f of x with y. So that's going to be y equals to 1 plus 6 over x minus 3. Now we're going to write now y is the subject of the equation. So what we need to do is we need to make x the subject of the equation. So first we take 1 to the other side. So y minus 1 equals to 6 over x minus 3. Now we cross multiply. Y minus 1 times x minus 3 equals to 6. Now, since we're trying to make y the subject, that means we take y to the other side. So it's going to be 6 over y minus y now. And x is going to be 6 over y minus 1 plus 3. Now, next step is to replace x with f inverse x and y with x. So that means it's going to be f inverse x equals to 6 over x minus 1 plus 3. That is going to be your inverse function.